Hello, welcome to the Stylus League Creative Livestream. Welcome to a very special, fun, short project that we're doing. Every month we jump in and we'll do a project with a guest from in 4 weeks. We'll do our best to complete said project and have fun and have some jokes while we go around and do it. So if there is I'm breaking up, gotta start the stream.
It's the Stylus League. Mike and B pitching the pen, making pictures ascend to the highest ring. The league. Raul running the scheme. Tune into the program and why receive. Yeah, we dropping these seeds. Art over everything. Drive the dream.
Were you going to say, is there any questions?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Hey,
That's what I heard.
This is why Batman does not leave Robin to the city all by himself.
You know what, Bradley, you did a
what you're
great
not
job.
gonna
Thank
do
you, sir.
In a few seconds. maybe if Robin had more training.
So I got you those green shorts, and you didn't even thank me. You didn't even thank me for those green booty shorts I bought you.
More on the job training. God,
I wear them, Mike.
Raul took the green shorts. Okay.
Yeah, I wear them.
Yikes!
The Daisy Dukes. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stylus League Creative Livestream. As Bradley mentioned, normally there's a theme that we do for a month. We're not doing that today. Today we're going to be doing some heroic anatomy, and by we I mean these gentlemen up top here. So Mike.
Sure.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Yeah, I can't complain too much. I mean, I could, but who would listen? No, I'm fine.
Do you have a captive audience, actually?
Let me start my grievances.
Yeah, start shaking.
Exactly.
Bradley, what about you, man? Do you doing okay?
I'm doing good. Man, it's been a very busy week. Mike, we did a lot this week. A whole lot.
Yesterday was a big day, dude. Jeez Louise. What a day.
And we have a lot coming up, so
yeah, a lot of stuff. So much so Bradley forgot to put on his branded outfit.
I've been
feeling
branded
it
all week. I've been branded all week. Don't blame
that man. Don't blame that man. He's not a cow.
No. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just
so what I did yesterday with Bradley is we did a ZBrush live, and was that yesterday? Man, yesterday was such a
that was yesterday.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, man.
Jeez. So we had a ZBrush live yesterday where I started a anatomy sculpt. I had two really super buff Leonardo DiCaprio model dudes that are these guys. And we chose the Iron Man kind of pose where he slams his fist on the ground, as opposed to the I don't even know what to call this pose, but that one. So I started with a mannequin guy here, and I had him in a pose like there's the Iron Man pose. I just posed the mannequin dude, and then here's the other pose. Let's call this not Iron Man dude.
Actually, I like to see Iron Man fight in that pose.
in this pose, or
in that pose?
Oh,
no, that
this one
right there. Yeah.
So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking of doing check this out. Like he's got his leg down, but he's about to throw a fireball. So he's got like a fireball up here, and he's like, you know what I'm saying,
like a
that
Hadouken type deal, huh?
Exactly, a Hadouken. Yeah. So from the famous Dragon Balls show. So I took this guy. Actually, I took this guy because they chose this dude. And in the time that I had, I started kind of working him up. So if I turn off solo, and I come over to this one, you can see that I started to get some anatomy on him. And it's real janky right now. This is how it starts. So today what I figured is I will continue to work up the muscles on him, but you can see I just started kind of figuring out his back and pecs and all that stuff. Feet are real crazy right now, but I haven't gotten to him yet. And I also kind of sliced off his head because what I thought was for his head, it makes way more sense to do it in symmetry and then move it into position. So this is kind of just a placeholder for right now. That's why it's not merged to the rest of the body. So anyway, that's it. That's
Super cool.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks, Mike. What are you going to be doing, Bradley?
So since yesterday, while Mike was playing and I was working on the live stream, so I didn't have a head start, but I'm strategic and I know how to make a head start. So, so the guy I'm gonna work on creating this guy. This is my reference pose. I wanted to do something fun and different. However, I use Character Creator to send my model over to then kind of pose him and reference him to get him how I want it. So I was able to block it in. It's not going to be one-to-one, but it'll be a nice, cool exercise to get it through. And then what I did was I did send it over to ZBrush, and
nice.
I'll be able to, this will be my my starting point for my sculpt. So
can you elaborate a little bit on Character Creator for anybody who's watching who isn't like really familiar with it?
So I did do a speed up video of a process of using it, but CC Character Creator is a animation tool, and as of their last release, they released a plugin to help send poses back and forward over to ZBrush. So I was able to mess around with that, and here's where I stand.
All right,
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
You got the pose pretty locked in there. Now, did you take that primitive into Character Creator with you to use as a prop?
I did. So I was able to send this over. So if I look at the Character Creator scene, I was able to send the prop over. And a cool fun fact: when you are setting up stuff in Character Creator, you have a prop. There's an option to detach. You see where it says parent and detach. What you would do is that since it'll auto scan, you'll detach this item from it, and it'll just be stagnant, and then the character will move around from it. And you know, it was pretty fun to do. I had a fun messing around with this, and you know, just like any other animation package, you're able to rig and move stuff around, and
Nice. I know people have been asking for us to mess around with Character Creator a lot. Bradley and I have been playing with it for a while now. We just wanted to make sure that we kind of had our ducks in a row before we showed you guys, in case you have any questions. So it's good to see that you used that last night, man.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
All
right, guys. You know the drill. Pencils down, up, sideways, up and down, all around. 900. All right. So let me go ahead and hop over to chat. And man, Jamie is working
today. This is going to be my friend today.
Yep.
My natty figure is going to be my friend today.
I would just like to see you just rubbing that anatomy figure's back for the rest of the show. You don't have to sculpt anything. That's going to help me.
Hold on. Let me remove his front just in case it shows.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay. Right.
I removed it. You didn't even see it.
Yeah, too early for that.
Too early. You didn't even see it.
I'm gonna need a quick recording of that so that I can GIF it and give it to the community.
If I had $1 for every time I've heard Bradley say that, yeah, I'd have $1, and it's more than I wish I had.
At least a buck.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, we really need to deeply talk about this because it looks like Jamie is really trying to take Ram's throne as to always being the first on stream. So yeah,
do we have a I don't even know what coast Ram is on. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
all right.
Yeah,
all I'm gonna say is I ain't messing with Ram. Ram is real about his. Nobody wanted with Ram.
Yeah.
Ram, I'm not saying any of this.
I'm just saying. Hey, look, I find patterns. Okay, that's what I do.
I don't want no
pattern
smoke
here
with Ram.
Yeah, but shortly thereafter, we did have Ram on here going, "What's up?" Now, granted, he was saying it to Jamie, but
I think we're so hope he didn't sound like that when he said "What's up."
I he did on Ram's name. Ram, I hope you realize none of this is me.
Why y'all scared? Don't be scared.
Long time supporter of the show. We know where our bread is buttered on that one. So.
Okay. Jamie says, I wonder if the guys will be in muscles. Son of a... Okay, see, now that's a missed opportunity. That's a missed opportunity. We could have been in muscle suits. We could have been in muscle suits. Yeah, absolutely.
What, like you talking about the shirts that are up over the shoulder type thing? And
at the very least, a t-shirt with abs drawn on them. All right. At the very least.
Oh, man, we don't have that kind of budget. Come on, man. I think this is...
Okay.
We don't have props. We don't have props yet. That's year 3. That's the 200th episode. 200th
episode. Wait. 200th episode is... That's more than... That's like year 4.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Hey, listen, goals, hashtag goals.
Yeah, it's once a week. 52 weeks in a year.
Don't math him early.
No, my bad. I'll keep this moving. Yep, there's definitely a great mugshot out there from people. We'll leave that where we'll leave that where we found it.
Why are we touching that?
Ben says, "Greetings, Stylus League." What's up, Ben? Hopefully you're doing all right.
Hey, Ben.
Ben just got in from the shop, so making food. Guessing the guys are still asleep. That was at 10:02. Yeah. We were a little delayed getting things out. And I definitely played a role in that. Mike played a role in it, and then Bradley said, "You know what? Let me go ahead and fix one or two things while I'm waiting for y'all slackers." So that is definitely on us. That's how that went. Jamie says 10 more reps before they press record. That's right. We got to get the muscles in. Dude, what's going on with my mic? Like, it keeps like turning. It's weird. Stop it. The Brad is on saying, "Good day, all." What's up? The Brad. The one and only. The Brad. Jamie says, "Damn adverts cut out to start again." Well, I mean, Jamie, we got to make the 0.02 cents, okay? Sorry about that.
We got to earn those dollars.
Gotta earn this fictional money you get when you become monetized. All right. 3D is on. 3D says, "Hello again, Stylus League fam. Good to see you guys back-to-back days." Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you guys were on yesterday.
Yeah. So the good thing about the show yesterday, Raul, was...
I wasn't there?
No, not at all.
No,
Maxon had to do a sculpt off kind of a announcement thing afterwards. So instead of getting the customary 2 hours that we normally get, we had 1. So what I told people yesterday was, I was like, hey, listen, if you like this, come check us out on Saturday for part 2. So hopefully we're getting some new people. We'll see.
No, that
would be nice,
great.
though.
Yeah, no, that's great. And so you guys started these models on yesterday's stream. Well, not Bradley. Bradley. Yeah, Bradley was the Raul of yesterday's stream. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, with less dimples.
Hey, dog, you got it.
I know.
You got it, dog. You got it.
I know. You don't need to tell me. All right, so Andrew C is on. Andrew says, "Good morning, Stylus League. Coffee's up." Coffee's up. Coffee's up. Did you drink your coffee, Mike? Did you actually get your coffee?
Yeah, totally. I got mine. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, both of y'all inappropriate. Don't you have 2 mugs now, Bradley?
I do. One's at work at EA, and the other one is being washed.
Mine is
I
dirty.
used it last night, man. We were with Gio all last night. Spoiler. That's right. It was a good time. Like Gio is excited to be with us. It was great. Cool guy.
So we haven't formally announced that yet. So you want to tell folks what you're talking about?
No.
What? The cat is out of the bag. You just did it.
But you asked me a question. Just because I gave you asked me a question, I gave you an answer.
No, you're not. This is not just you and me. That's weird. That is weird.
So for next month, September, Gio will be joining us. I honestly, Mike, I honestly don't remember or know the project 100%. But we conducted our interview. Ideally, we're gonna put some pressure on Raul. That interview will be out on Thursday. Thursday. It
has to be.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, it's gotta be.
Thursday, the Gio interview has got to go out. And man, like I learned so much about Gio. I've followed him for a long time. I know Mike has followed him as well, and it was good to meet him in person. And you know, he's very down to earth, and his experience is like crazy. So excited to have him.
Shout out to our friend Hannibal for putting us on to Gio 2 for that. By the way,
Hannibal definitely recommended Gio and linked this to him.
Or whatever his handle is this week, Nat Turner X or whatever he's calling himself this week. Hannibal changes his name every week.
Nocturne Turtle or whatever. Yeah. Actually, I'm writing that down. I like it. Okay. Let's see here. Ben says, you bought him booty shorts or are they just hand-me-downs? Gentlemen, please answer.
Well, never fit me. I'll tell you that much.
No, they were too tight.
That's aspirational right there. Aspirational, bro. You see what I did there?
Boom.
See what I did there?
This is why we need sound effects on the stream now.
This is what I do. I kill it and then I'm out.
Well, Bradley, it's about time. It's just you and me. Oh,
gross.
I said nothing. Wait, what is that? Pause. All right. Jay says at Jamie that he needs a Stylus League medal. I think we should come up with medals. Actually, you know what?
Have stickers. Didn't we talk about stickers or something? Or
we did. I actually even made them, if you guys remember.
Oh yeah, you sure did.
The problem was the execution. The way, like, you can't just upload these GIFs into YouTube. You have to like go through another application and another sign up. So the other things then just ultimately took priority. But I'll take a look at that and get those up. But yeah, I mean, we will be creating we should be creating subscriptions so that you guys can actually get like proper badges and stuff like that. That's like a no-brainer. All right, Jamie says, great interview last week, guys. Thank you. I say thank you on behalf of the gentleman because I didn't.
Oh man, Roll. If it was Roll, they wouldn't have been out. So let's not take all the credit, Roll.
But you know what, guys? In the comments, right? Let me know if you guys preferred the old style of how we were doing the interviews, where we would cut the interview off in the middle. So before they got to their like artist takes and whatnot, or if you guys prefer the one long like 2 hour interview, let me know.
Decisions will have ramifications across the universe.
They will ripple across time and space. Mini Chicks is on. Hello, everyone. Happy sculpting. Hey, how's it going, Mini Chicks?
Hey.
I know I'm working through the chat. I know I'm a little behind, but thank you guys for waiting. What were you gonna say, Mike?
Mike, I waited to this moment till I had everybody around to say what I'm about to say. Because I am who I am.
Ooh, nothing.
It sucked, son. It sucked. It sucked, son.
No, you don't.
Whoa.
He doesn't even believe
It
that.
sucked.
On,
all right.
No, he doesn't.
Sucked.
He's just talking.
All right.
Brad. So listen, this is the thing.
It made
This-
Secret Invasion look like it could win an Oscar.
Woo!
This is what
Sucks,
this is
son.
the thing about Bradley is
He's gonna
he
disappear
likes to
like
be
Willow.
what is known. He likes to be what is known in hockey as the heel.
Sucks,
He
son.
he
Delete
he
that.
is the he's the black bearded version of Hulk Hogan, the NWO Hulk Hogan. So
Suck.
no, you know good and well that was awesome, dude. Stop.
There's
Awesome.
good stuff.
Okay. I haven't heard anybody call Ahsoka awesome.
You didn't like
You
it?
say why?
I haven't watched it. What I've been hearing is that it's better than most of the Star Wars stuff that's come out, but that bar is very low.
Let me tell you something about Star Wars fans, and I have this conversation at length with my buddy from college. Okay,
I'm gonna need you to comment.
Star Wars fans,
Already.
and this is a hot take. If you thought that Bradley was controversial, I'm getting ready to do a hot take for you right now. You ready?
All right. What's a little
Star Wars fans.
Hold on.
Star
hold
Wars
on.
fans.
Bradley, what's a timestamp so that I can mute this when this goes to the VOD?
Yeah, please do. Star Wars fans, you need to calm down. You don't own the franchise. You don't own the franchise just because you like the franchise, okay? You need to let the vision play out. Stop thinking you know better than George Lucas and Filoni and all of the people that are making the things. Let them do their job, all right? And just because you like something doesn't mean you own something. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, dog.
That's it.
That's
it.
completely think
Save it for
that
X.
You're part.
Jeez.
You're part of the problem. All right.
No.
Yeah.
No,
it-
no.
Absolutely part of the problem.
Hey, when you get $1 billion and decide to go make your vision a real thing, then
Star
you can,
Wars was
then you
bought
can
for
do whatever you
$4
want.
billion. But with that being said, look, I don't think that there's anything wrong with fans demanding some.
No, you already messed up. No.
No, yeah,
not demand.
absolutely.
You can ask. You can't demand for anything. You can't demand anything. What do you?
Those shows are only worth $4 billion because of the fans. So
and they're going to go somewhere else. Where are they going to go? Star Trek?
I
Bye.
believe everyone's
Bye,
going to
sucker.
the foundation right now.
Man, why you telling us
The
to shut up and
foundation.
dribble,
The
Mike?
foundation
Like,
is
why you
not Star
telling
Trek.
us to
The
shut up
foundation is
and
not Star
dribble?
Wars.
He-
I'm not
he-
saying.
You're
Hey,
right.
listen,
it's
you can
it's
have
better
your.
than the
You
Star
can
Wars
have.
shows right now.
Whatever, dude. You can have your opinion. There's nothing wrong with having your opinion. All I'm saying is that's all it is, bro. That's all it is. So.
Well,
so,
Mr.
that's all.
J is on here from Join the Z. He came in from, I don't know why I started reading his. He came in from the ZBrush Sculpt off. So welcome, Mr. J. Air horn.
Wait, is that
emoji.
today?
Emoji.
that's not today.
Pop,
No.
pop.
I'm assuming for the stream.
Yeah, he came in from yesterday. I
Oh,
think is
oh,
more or
cool,
less
cool,
what he's
cool.
saying.
Oh, okay.
Um,
nice.
but yeah.
Bradley, are you going to be a part of the Sculpt off? Because I'm not.
Nope. I don't like pressure situations.
I'm gonna be part of the
Yeah.
Sculpt off. You guys are gonna see the real talent on the show come out.
There you go.
I don't like pressure situations.
All right.
Like,
Let's
as
see.
soon as things
here.
go left, I'll be like, you know what? Forget this. Like, what's the prize? I'm buying everything. Everything is a prize. I'm buying it. I don't
You're
need
just
you to
gonna
give it
buy
to
it.
me. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
buy it. Who really wins?
Bradley
I do.
said, "I don't need your
He was going to
charity."
do that anyway. He was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, Bradley goes,
Like-
"I don't need your charity
I know. Like, oh,
unless
what?
you want to super chat." Now, if you super chat, we could definitely use. No, Bradley has no problem with those. I had to solo layout for that one. That's good. All right. Attentive is on. Attentive says, "Hey, Mike, Bradley, and Raul. Hey, chat. What's up, Attentive?
What's up, man?
What is up?" Now, I know 3D is on. 3D's been kind of talking to everyone but us, I think. So I did. Oh, no, he said, I brought him up. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So that means we can bring on the late but great Marikat. Hi, guys. Happy Saturday.
Hey. Hello,
She
Marika.
wasn't late.
I
You
love
just
the
got to
show.
her.
I
You
love the
got
show.
to
This is
her.
good stuff.
She, 100% she's
This is
gone already.
amazing.
I tell you, she was here. She waited. We're
Mike,
28
you're great.
minutes into the show. She was like, "Yeah, it ain't happening. They're not going to get to me." So
Mike.
I'm pretty sure she's gone.
Mike, what are you doing?
How's that rug? How's that rug size that came yesterday? Is that big enough for the house?
Yeah. Did the couch come in? Thank you.
We have to go after the show and look at couches.
Sounds like some Rick and Morty.
Oh geez, Mike, I love you so much.
Very Rick and Morty right now.
Yeah.
Very Rick and Morty right now.
She tolerates me watching that show. If she made the Morty voice, dude, it would be like, okay.
Yeah. Ben says the Raf Grassetti Ecrochet is so damn good to have.
Oh, yeah,
Sure
100%.
is. Bradley wouldn't know how many fingers goes on a human being if it wasn't for that.
You saying Bradley's AI?
something like that.
I'm bougie. Mine is Andrew Connor.
Yeah, there you go. No one's gonna care about one bean. What is that a reference to, Ben? I know it's like 15 minutes late, but what is that a reference to? Oh, Ram says you never read my first comments, so I deferred to Jamie. That is very untrue, but it's okay.
Tell
okay,
Ram he's
Ram.
lying. Tell Ram he's like. Tell it to his face. Tell Ram to his face that he's inaccurate.
Hold on.
Hmm.
No.
Yeah,
Ram, he don't know
that's
no
what I thought.
better. Ram, he don't know. He don't know no better. Ram.
I'll always say, yeah. I always knew I'd catch some Ram hands at some point.
Ram hands.
Yeah.
Ram man.
He
I would
doesn't.
catch some
He
Ram
doesn't
hands.
know. He know no better. He don't know no better.
Let's see here. Ben says, it's so true. So much gold at the start is ignored. Ben, really? We're doing this right now? Come
At
on.
two bin.
At two. We got Tony on here. I don't need a muscle shirt. My keg is built in. Yeah. Well, welcome to the stream, Tony. Welcome. Let's see. Attentive says, oh man, I have those poses. I forgot all about those. All right. Wait, where are those poses coming from again?
Mine?
That,
The
yeah,
reference?
that goes to both of
yeah,
you guys.
That, sorry, that's from. Yeah, that's
Art
from
Station.
ArtStation. Yeah,
Griff
they have the
Studio?
packs, the photo packs.
Okay.
What are they, Bradley?
I think it's either Griff Studios or Graffiti Studios. I think it's Griff Studios.
Yeah.
Where I got my packs from. I think they like
Yeah.
high quality packs. Like I think they corner the market on high quality packs.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right, great. If somebody can get me a link to that, I'll drop it in the chat so that people could also follow along if they wanted to.
Let me make sure I be careful with it. I'll try not to open the Griff Studio because if I give you the link, there's no telling if there's going to
Yeah,
be
some of the stuff is not
Yeah,
ready
you're
for,
on screen. You're on screen. Then move it to a different screen.
Good catch. Good catch. That would have been bad.
Yeah. If that's the case, move it to a different screen, kind sir. Thank ya. We have GIF RV on. I love your streams, guys. It is great. Thanks, GIF. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great Saturday. We got Zen Zane on with a hand pink waving good morning. Good morning. I don't know why I did the. All right, Ben. Ben says, I still have one open beer from last night. Well, nothing like a little bit of the hair of the dog, right? Am I right? Am I right, guys?
Is that a saying? I don't drink beer. Or is that
Why would people drink dog hair? What do you even?
Yeah,
talking
like
you
about?
put it in a potion.
Okay.
You put it in a potion. Double toil and trouble. Let's see here. We got Gus on. Gus says, good morning, guys. Hey, Gus. How you doing, man? Looks like Brad is on too. Free Stylus League tattoos. Are you giving those out, Brad? Are you going to be inking? Going to be inking over there? All right. A couple people talking to each other in the chat. Ooh, Tony says Ahsoka was awesome.
Tony,
Too. I don't know why you guys are
Tony,
hating.
Tony,
Mm.
Tony, Tony,
We
Tony.
need to define what awesome is.
Tony, Tony.
what the bar
Did
for
you
awesome.
did you watch Rebels at all?
Clone Wars, not Rebels.
Okay, well there you go. If you watched Rebels, you would know that essentially this is a live action Rebels. And the fact that it was so spot on for that is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Tony sent me like a shot for shot thing that they did, which was crazy.
I mean, but should you have to have watched how many seasons is even Clone Wars? Isn't it like 9? Like there's a ton of seasons. Of Clone Wars.
Rebels didn't have 9 seasons.
No, I
like,
think Rebels is on 4 or 5.
What do you mean on? It's done, right? They're not doing anymore, are they?
I'm not.
Aren't they done?
I think that they're still doing some stuff. Hold on. Star Wars, Rebels.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get something here.
Oh, many
So
seasons.
my other
Okay,
cool
there are
thing
4.
goes
There are
here.
4 seasons of Rebels.
So I believe this one here is the Raphael Ecrochet. What I do is I load my Ecrochets inside of Blender so that I can like easily isolate them and rotate them around. So if you hit Control
Bradley,
A-
what does it mean when you can't move the icons on your desktop? They're locked to your desktop. You can't move them.
that means glitch.
Yeah, that means restart your computer. That's what that means.
Yeah.
It's,
All right.
it
I'll
doesn't
be
want to
back,
be your
you
friend.
guys.
It does not want to be
Yeah.
your friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. In fact, I don't even know where my browser is now. I lost my browser. Nice.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So Bradley, you get these and upload them into ZBrush?
Yeah, so that like some of these came from 3D Scan Store, some of them are from other packs from ArtStation. And what I do is I just load them inside of Blender, and that way I can have them on my screen and I can look at them and rotate them around while I'm working.
And you never use any of these as bases?
Oh no. No.
Or take components of them?
No. I like to, outside of like using a base mesh, I typically like to just go in.
All right. All right. So
I would have thought you would have saw Ahsoka by now. I anticipated hating it with you. Gosh.
hating it with me? No. So I don't have time in my life for more than one show at any given time. And so my wife caught up on the Foundation, and we watched probably about 3 or 4 episodes of season 2 yesterday. So
okay.
Yeah.
Foundation is absolutely great too.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
You are. Okay. So I'm not
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about it so that you don't spoil nothing for me. Let's see here.
Oh, dude, did you also see if you want to go through chat, sorry about that.
Yeah, I need to go through some of these. Let me jump here. Ivan is on. Ivan says, "What's up, everyone? Glad I made it in time for Brad to get his hot takes." Yep, always.
Hey, not a hot take if it's true.
Tony says, Star Wars fans hate Star Wars. We hate what Disney's done to Star Wars.
Tony just defends Star Wars. He just defended
He
Star Wars.
just said he's part, like you said before, part of the problem. Brad says there's a lot wrong with it, Raul. Yeah, I believe it. I think he's referring to Star Wars. Maybe not. Let's see. Ben says Sonic the Hedgehog movie redesign would have begged to differ. That's true. Again, what people who are defending Star Wars need to understand, it's that the fans are what make Star Wars, not the other way around.
See, I don't think anyone needs to understand anything. I just think They just need to find better shows.
Yeah, which is what I did. I was a major star. I could name every ship. I knew every battle in the Clone Wars before the cartoon was airing. Like I was a problem when it came to Star Wars. They just, decided to kill one of my favorite series. That's all. Dead. Kill it dead. Let's see here. Yeah, Brad said fans don't pay money out of generosity. You are correct. Ivan agrees with Mike, though. Says Mike is dropping truths. Damn. But then Brad says he's with Mike. Pick a lane, Brad.
Now that Mike's gone, everyone. How do you really feel about Mike?
You said that, and I heard a boop.
He's back. Never mind. We'll talk later.
Yeah. He can always rewatch the VODs, right?
Yeah. I like being in here talking later.
Y'all in here talking stuff?
Yeah,
talking smack?
Something like that. Mini Chick says Star Wars versus Star Trek. Fight. I think both of the new stuff isn't great. The old stuff, Star Wars all day.
Are you crazy? You're talking crazy right now. The new Star Trek stuff is amazing.
The most recent movies
crazy.
I actually
I'm talking
did
about
enjoy.
TV shows. I'm talking about the TV shows.
Nah. Discover, like the first season of Discovery was good, but is it Discovery?
Strange New Worlds, Discovery. They're like those are only two. And they have like an animated thing, but those are amazing. Like
I think they're all right.
I don't know why when are you gonna stop taking drugs?
Wait, whoa, That's not on YouTube.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing any of that stuff.
I'm gonna stop.
Let's see here. Andrew says I'm with Mike, and I think it goes for fandom across the board. See, again, you guys really trying to get me specifically triggered. Again, people enjoy.
Listen, you listen. There's a name for people who are do that. Okay.
Okay. So we're not getting. Whoa!
What you're not gonna do is remove.
So
right.
if you sit in your basement of your parents' house, and you have Cheeto dust, dust residue all over your stomach, okay?
Yeah.
Then you can complain. You can be one of those people, okay? If you're a regular human being who is not doing that, then just respect the process. That's all.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what the criteria was, so I apologize.
Do you have Cheeto residue all over your the lower part of your shirt on the stomach shelf area?
No, you see, my wife is vegan. She doesn't allow any cheese products in the house.
Okay. Then please respect the process.
Yeah. Again, I think ratings and money speaks for itself. And yeah, they haven't been doing so great. But look, and this is my thing for fandom across the board, right? Because I think somebody just said that goes for fandom across everything. I think it was Brad. The people who are adapting these stories in many instances, or taking things from universes and what have you, need to at least respect the source material. That's what made people fall in love with the characters, the world, etc. So to not do that is disrespectful to the fans, and frankly, it just makes it so that it is no longer what they're saying, right? I think the big question, so if you buy a bike and you replace every component in that bike, is it still the same bike that you had before? No, it's a completely different bike, right? So that's all I'm saying.
I would caution you to watch the show before you lump in with all the people who are the
so
haters.
I'm not speaking about Ahsoka specifically. I haven't seen it, so I can't come focus. I can't talk about Ahsoka.
Hey dog, you're not missing nothing.
I believe it.
Okay. Says the Pokemon guy and the Dragon Balls guy.
Oh, Pokemon's great. Love Pokemon.
Dragon Ball's amazing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They have more seasons than Ahsoka.
That is true.
That is true.
I cannot argue with. I cannot argue with that.
That is true. Ben says, I'm waiting for Maricat to pop up on Mike's camera. And Maricat says, I am so not late and I'm still here.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Don't
right.
be messing around, Mike.
Listen, she told me yesterday. She told me yesterday that she missed our stream, and she's like, "I never miss a stream." I was like, "I know, baby.
I know,
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. Thank you."
Ram says, "Come see me in the Bronx, Raul." I told you. I knew,
see what you started. See what you did.
I knew one day. I knew one day. I knew one day.
You did.
I didn't say I was gonna win anything. I said I was gonna catch him.
Raul's gonna go there and try to have like one of those you got served type of battles with Ram, and probably get served.
Back away slowly.
My
Ram, all right?
my Puerto Ricanness. I'm gonna West Side Story. I'm just gonna.
Oh no! Jazz hands him to death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Gonna do the wave.
Yeah. You want to do this, Ram? You want to do this?
He brings a beatbox and just sets it down on the ground.
Yeah, we could do it. Ram also says, "We see you, Muddy Cat." Let's see here. You guys dropped the link to Gaffit, the store. Is it Gaffit? 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 Whatever. All
What are
right.
you talking about?
DK is on the stream.
did I
Says,
miss-
"Hi everyone." No, that's
reference
that's where
for the
you guys
reference.
get the reference.
The reference.
Oh, just go to ArtStation. When you see dope photos, you'll know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already put the link to it. It's okay.
All right. DK. Hi everyone. What's up, DK? How you doing?
What up?
Let's see here. Ben says, and Eric added a new scan the other day with a male pole dancing on the 3D scan store.
Oh no.
I don't know what to do with that.
You know exactly what you that needs to be that's a heroic pose, in my honest opinion. It's a heroic pose. But I love how Mike's like, oh man, like I don't got nothing. Ben says, surprised there isn't a segment for hot takes by Mike. What ? We have more to talk about next week.
It's a nice corner.
Hey,
Yeah.
just so you know, Mike will never miss out or a bag, so it won't be that hot. It'll be hot, but it won't be that hot. All
Won't
right?
be that hot. Won't come in
He's
that
not
hot.
messing up the money. Mike is not messing up the money. All right.
Yeah, we've been raking in the YouTube cash, you guys, and we just we can't go against our
I meant
backers
client
here.
money. I meant client money. You mess, like I don't know how hot the taste gonna be, but Mike works for everybody.
Hey, if I've been doing,
he works for.
I've been doing this for so many years. If I haven't had the call from the Star Trek guys yet, they ain't calling me.
They're not calling right now.
No, they're not calling me.
We could split this $1.50 from YouTube if we want.
Oh my gosh, yeah. How are we going to split that 3 ways? That's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Big battle here in the Stylus League. Okay, we already went through that. Ben says, I still need to finish Star Wars Rebels. I see clips that make me want to tune in. Actually, believe it or
Tried to
not,
watch it. I gotta go back.
I actually do plan on because I watched a significant portion of Clone Wars. I'm actually probably going to go back and rewatch Clone Wars, and I'm going to watch Rebels before I try to tackle Ahsoka, and that way
Good
I
luck
can
with
give
that.
it. That way I could give it exactly what they were looking for. But I'll see y'all next year with it. I'm all right.
I got just far enough to know that they use grenades a lot. They blow up a lot of things with grenades. Yeah. Apparently, there's a whole lot of grenade throwing going on by the rebels, and my girl with the purple hair steals a TIE fighter and graffitis it up, which is kind of dope. I was especially pleased when I saw her speeder bike and she had the same paint scheme from her graffiti TIE fighter. That was kind of fresh. So
right.
I don't know a whole lot about the show, but I know she's an artist, and I like that.
Well, guys, if you guys would like to see a Star Wars themed Stylus League, drop your opinions down in the chat. I'd love to see it. I'm not sure if we really should display this, but Marikat says, "We love Mike."
Thank
Heart
you,
in
baby.
the eyes. Heart in the eyes.
Thank you.
Hearty, hearty, winky, winky.
Thank you.
I had to speak the emojis. So
Mario Cat,
Yeah.
love him. Ain't nobody gonna
No,
yeah, no.
she surprisingly doesn't get as triggered by Raul's Maricat voice as I do. But hey, she's a nice person. She's nicer than me. Let's put it that way.
My understanding is that she said it as her text message ringtone. So
Okay.
yeah, this is Mike. Pick up.
Yikes. Can we please move on to something else?
Jujitsu says Picard was also really good.
I do want to get back into that. Picard looked dope. I saw part of the first season.
It ends horribly.
Oh.
Yeah. Ben says
Shout out. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, give it a
No,
shout.
no, I was going to say shout out to my buddy Bradley, who works at EA now, because I will be playing Dead Space this weekend. I've been meaning to play it forever. Certain friend of mine kind of laced me up, and now I'm going to experience the full HD horror remake that was one of my favorite games of all time on the PlayStation. So
There you go.
that's it.
Yeah. Bradley, how did the Immortals launch go?
I don't know. I don't work for
All
them.
right, cool. Glad we did this.
I can't call
Team,
anything.
let's go team.
Yeah. Rah.
I don't know.
So Ben says Lower Decks was Rick and Morty level humor that died on impact. What is Lower Decks? Is that a show?
That's an animated Star Trek show.
Oh.
I actually I found somebody on Instagram that worked on Lower Decks that I would like to reach out to and maybe do something with Stylus League. So I'm gonna wait before I say anything about Lower Decks.
I told you he ain't messing up the bag. I told you. See, that's an example of not messing up the bag. See, he's good.
See?
Mike's good for that.
When I need to.
When I need to. Orlando says, "Hi guys, hi chat. What's up, Orlando? Welcome to the stream." Mini Chicks says later seasons of Discovery and whole Picard were painful to watch, but Strange New Worlds is pretty good. Even the singing episode.
Oh no, there's a singing episode.
You know how shows always got to do something, spice it up.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. a singing episode for a Star Trek show. That's good. Ben says gatekeepers unite. Look, I'm not trying to gatekeep. Like what you like. I'm just saying that as fans, it is okay to want your stuff to be better. That's all. That's okay.
Yeah, you can want. Hey, listen, I want to be a millionaire. I'm just saying. I can't go to the dude at the local bodega and be like, hey, listen, man, I want the winning ticket. Don't give me the losing ticket. Give me the
but if you went to your favorite sandwich place, right? And for years, since you were a kid, you've associated this sandwich with your childhood, and you love that sandwich, and then somebody else buys that sandwich spot.
Sure.
And you go get a sandwich there. Is it not? And it's not the same, and it's not good. Aren't you okay to be like, yo, this isn't the same. I'm sorry, I don't like this. I'm out.
There's a difference between that and me protesting the new owner and telling him how he has to change this sandwich back to the sandwich I loved as a kid with my rose-colored glasses on, or else I am gonna just flood the internet with hate because this was my sandwich.
But that
See the
still
difference
happens.
between that?
That still happens.
That's a douchebag. I can be upset that my sandwich isn't the same. Yeah. Okay. No, I can be mad at my sandwich not being the same. There's nothing wrong with that. Be that guy.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You just painted me in that corner. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say
No,
I demand better.
See, again with that word. Stop with the word. You don't
Yeah.
demand anything. You may request.
No, request.
You may request.
Request.
Or you can wait. You can wait for. Oh no! What we're not going to do is we're not going to use those. We're not going to use those terms on this show.
Requesting. I will not request. I demand.
What you can do is wait for the what's that new sci-fi show that looks like it's going to be dope on Netflix? Rebel Moon. You can wait for Rebel Moon and let's see how that shakes out. Maybe you'll be a Rebel Moon guy from now
which is
on.
what Stolo says. Join me on Rebel Moon, Raul.
I can't wait. I can't
All
wait.
right.
I can't wait.
What is Rebel Moon? I haven't seen anything on that.
That's by Josh by Snyder. What's his name? Yeah. He originally it was going to be a Star Wars thing. It ended up not getting picked up, and so he made his own
version of it.
Kind of a yep. And from what I hear, it's like an adult version of Star Wars with like, all the
Dude,
stuff
heck
that we would
yes.
like. Right? Sign me up.
Yes. Yeah, sign me up all day. Yes. So Stolo, I will be joining you on the Rebel Moon.
Mm-hmm. You haven't seen trailers for it?
No, but again, like legit, I only have time to watch one show at any given time. So I mean,
it's a trailer, man. Like, come on. What are you doing?
Yeah, but everything I watch too, I pay to not see commercials. Like I legit
I don't have 30 seconds of my busy day to watch this trailer. I
have to go out of my way to find trailers. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like I see no commercials anywhere. Right?
I'll send you a link.
No, he's so bougie. He won't even like Google. It has to show up as he's walking by.
It has to, like, otherwise I don't know it exists. How do I know it exists? How? If I don't see it, I will. No, I'm saying I will watch it now that you guys have brought it up to my attention. But they're like, I have no way of knowing new things that come through unless somebody tells me about it. Really, like basically legitimately. Or I read a news article or anything like that. No, people see commercials. People see commercials.
I only see commercials for like Ozempic.
If they didn't, I'd be out of a job. Ben says, I feel called out living as a basement because it's all I can afford, Mike.
Sorry. Hey, Ben, do you have Cheetos on your chest? If you don't have Cheetos on your chest, I'm not talking to you.
You're messing up. Don't double down. Hold up. Don't double down.
You have to check all the boxes.
Look down. Look down, Ben. Look down, Ben. If you have to go like this before you get up, or else you have like little orange stuff all over your rug, then I'm not talking to you.
What if it's flaming hot? What if he's got some flaming hot Cheetos?
I don't even understand the whole flaming hot phenomenon.
What?
I gotta watch the movie to get it. I gotta get it. Apparently the kids like the flaming hots.
Ben says, "Okay, Bradley, what's the stance on Dragon Ball GT?"
I like Dragon Ball GT. I can understand why people would not like it, but I'm not a big fan of the fact that they act like it never happened, because there's some really cool stuff that's in Dragon Ball GT. But I like Dragon Ball. My stance is I like Dragon Ball GT. GT is good.
Yeah, you tried to get me to watch they had a condensed version of GT, didn't they?
Well, no, GT within itself is condensed. Like GT fixed all the stuff that people probably didn't like about Dragon Ball, meaning like the long fights, like every other episode, like the powering up for 3 episodes. GT is not like that at all.
Oh, Mike. Mike.
GT's not like that at all, and you can say that like Dragon Ball, if it was for Dragon Ball GT, Super wouldn't have the faster segments where they're getting right to the fight. So
yeah, I do remember watching entire episodes with people who were supposed to fight not fighting.
Yeah.
That was always fun.
I never said that was a pro. You know, there was definitely a con that happened. Like,
I don't know whether I hate it or I love that the fact that the dude can start off like this.
Yeah, and
And then
that
like
way,
2 episodes go by, and he's still
Still do it. Still doing it.
yeah. That's a lot of commitment right there to the rage, man.
That's a lot of commitment. Yeah.
And how could you not blow up a whole world when you do it for like 3 episodes? You're charging up, man.
You
You
got
have
to.
to.
Like you have to. Like you set a standard. Like everyone has to go for it.
Dude, not for nothing, and then it just gets like knocked away by the enemy, and you're just like, all right, well, that was legit three full episodes for that.
3 episodes, and he one hand knocked it away.
He one hand knocked it away.
Just because I did want to understand it, I watched one of those movies. Bradley, what's that movie that you sent my way for the Dragon Ball thing? It was the one where there was I think it was the one where they introduced the orange Piccolo or something like the giant. It was a big giant.
I haven't seen that one, but that's the last Dragon Ball movie. Yeah, that one was kind of slow for me. I couldn't watch it.
It was a lot of people flying around and a lot of people like charging up and blowing up stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at the blowing up stuff part. Like if the whole thing was that's cool.
You'd be good with it, right?
Yeah, I still don't love the proportions, so that's crazy to me. Like it's crazy. Little bald headed babies that are roided out are a little off putting. That's all.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Stolo says when something is made with love by fans, you get what BG3? Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, I think is what he means. When something is made as a cash grab, you get Diablo 4. So I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. Because I'm still playing through Jedi Survivor now. Then I'll have Dead Space, then I'll have Immortals of Avion. So I got a couple of games to get to, and I'm trying to get through all of that before Starfield comes out.
I pre-ordered. I play on the 31st. I bought that.
That thing looks so good, dude.
Wait, hold on. Why did you buy Starfield?
One, I paid $31 to get it sooner because I get the deluxe package. So that's why I want to play it sooner. I won't play it on
how did you get it for $31?
So if you have the Xbox Pass, there's a $31 upgrade from the standard edition to the deluxe edition, and doing that allows you to play it on the 31st. So
wait.
The 31st of this month?
Oh, okay.
You get 5 days early.
Yeah,
man, that thing looks good, dude.
Yeah, at the very least, I need Jedi Survivor done and out before I start Starfield. I will probably
mess with Dead Space. If you haven't got to Dead Space yet, you're not going to play that. You can play that.
Possibly. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get to Baldur's Gate. Probably not until I don't know. I might not get to it this year.
Yeah,
it's on my backlog.
I want to start early because I want to play the Cyberpunk expansion. So that's
I can.
Gosh, I forgot I even have that.
Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can wait on that. That's fun. Let's see here. Ben says, which Clone Wars? Oh, wait, hold on. We got Sparky's face. Sparky's here. Sparky says hi. What's up, Sparky?
What?
Let's see here. Going back over. Which Clone Wars, though? Gendry Tartakovsky or the 3D clone one? I'm talking about
that guy worked on Clone Wars? That's the problem, dude.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 3D one because I'd already seen the 2D animated one. I think they only had one season of it, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't even know that was a thing, man.
1 or 2.
Was it in that style from Primal?
It was really good. The art style was beautiful to it too. But that like I think most people don't, when they say Clone Wars, most people mean the 3D one, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ben says Dead Space remake was very good. Mike, have fun.
I can't wait, dude. I'm excited.
All right.
I've been playing High on Life. So
High on Life. That's right. Are you liking it? Is it Rick and Morty level?
Yeah, totally. So it definitely feels like they just haven't visited this world yet. But yeah, no, I actually enjoy it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty cool. Not incredibly hard, which is cool for me too. You know what I mean? Like I like that.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah.
you're not very good. So that's
No. That's not it.
So
I was
that's
playing
great. It's
games
great
since
that
you've been in
there's,
your Robin pants.
there's been,
So that's not it's not a problem there, Pokemon.
Joke's
But,
on you, Mike. I'm wearing the Robin pants now.
Yeah. But no, I could play hard games. I enjoy playing hard games. I just don't have time for it now.
I think.
Wow. That was a real dramatic pause.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Nothing. I think nothing. that's what I think. I think.
Yeah. No. You young dudes want to think you invented like playing video games. That's funny to me. That's cool.
Oh, we didn't invent
cool.
it. I just, perfected it. Mr. J says that's a high monitor placement. Yeah, the where I'm looking at everyone is a 48-inch.
Man, I've been telling him for years, dog. His whole neck gonna be effed up when it's all.
It's
over.
Not. That's why I got the headrest. Look at this. It's nice. I just recline. I recline. It feels lovely.
His whole head is gonna be messed up.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have an old video on an old YouTube channel I used to have that has somewhat of what the setup looks like. All the technology is different, but like the concept's pretty much the same. Let's see here. Ben says, I retract my Star Trek statement to allow more guests. There we go. Aldo says, good morning, fellas. I'm a little bit late, but I'm here, and I am late getting to you. Welcome, Aldo. Let's see here. You had me at Zack Snyder. Jamie says, Ben's checking out the trailer now.
It looks good, man. It looks really good.
Aldo, what is this? He says a trailer is a commercial. That's for poor people.
What?
Sorry, Ro. I thought you were the only uppity one. There's more.
There are more.
My bad.
Commercials for poor people.
Commercials.
Dang.
For poor people.
That's not okay.
Man, I got a Lambo that I use just to go get my mail from the mailbox. I only drive it to the end of the driveway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do what you can, man. Ben says, my only real issue with GT is the ending and the baby arc. I just didn't like it as a personal preference. Sorry.
Oh, the GT movie, the Gran Turismo movie.
I think it's just.
Oh, you guys were talking about that? Wow.
Yeah. Oh no,
yeah,
no.
I don't understand.
GT. Oh, the Dragon Ball GT. Okay, all right. I was like,
not the Gran Turismo movie. We didn't get
really
there.
talking about the.
Yeah, we didn't.
I was like, how did that happen?
So Ben says, okay, Rebel Moon is Star Wars that is gritty and less. What is that? Sublity. Okay.
Subtitle.
Okay, Google. What is sublity?
Sub.
Here you go.
I get some 40K vibes in there as well. Definitely watching. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, I need to watch Dune too. Like some people have mentioned.
But you never seen the movie Dune?
The show. The show that I think it came out last year, right?
Dune. There's a Dune show?
with.
Wait, was it a movie or was it a show?
It was a part one of a movie, right? There's a part.
Oh, okay.
Part
My bad. Okay.
Wow, you really need to see Dune. Like you didn't see Dune? Wow. Man.
No, I gotta watch that.
Now you're being a jerk.
Ben says, "Oh damn, Raul's trying to catch up still." I caught up, Ben. Anthony's here. Anthony says, "What's up, Stylus League? Got my shirt and hat. They look great. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Nice. Thank you, Anthony." All right, guys. So why don't we do some what's good? Who wants to start?
Sure. I got one.
You got one? All right.
Yeah.
Mike, we'll start with you, sir.
All right. My what's good for the week is you guys know I have my Hulk that I've been printing. I just finished getting all the seams kind of prepped for primer, but I want to get into some detail airbrushing. I have two older airbrushes, an Iwata HPCS, I think, and an Iwata something else. So I was looking online for a detail airbrush, and I found one that was very cheap that gets really good ratings. In fact, I think it's made in the Iwata plant, but it's called the Procon Boy WA Double Action. So I like that name. But this thing has the same. Yeah. It's got. There you go. So same chrome finish as Iwata, pretty much flawless. It has I don't know if there's anybody in here who still paints by hand or whatever, but it's got a kind of like a airflow gate at the front of this that you can use to keep your pressure and turn it down so you don't get that spitting that happens when you turn down the pressure on your compressor. And you can get like hairline type of detail on here. So I saw people using this thing. This was under $100, which is crazy because they're comparing it to the Iwata Eclipse, I believe, and saying it was some other brand. I don't know what it was, but it was a really good one. And for $100, I was like, dude, how can I not get this? So I'm going to be painting with this. I'll let you guys. More than that.
All right.
I don't know off the top. But no, the one I was looking at was actually a brush that was $275, and this one kind of held its own against it. So I hear nothing but great things about this. So if you haven't already, it's by a company called Mr. Hobby. Mr. Hobby is the brand, and it is the what is it? It's the PS289.
Okay.
So check that out. Yep. Can't go wrong. $100, man. Come on.
No, not at all. All right, great.
Nope.
Thanks, Mike. Bradley, what about you? Do you have a what's good, sir?
What's good? Oh, what's good? I do have the train because of our last conversation. I don't know if it falls into this because it's like a little longer roll. So I don't know if you want me to play the character creator video or not. I did record it. Do you want me to play it at what's good or a little later in the show?
I didn't know.
Did you enjoy?
That. Yeah, I didn't know.
No, we're not starting that. Did you enjoy character creator? You can show it. You can definitely show it.
Show the video?
Yeah, if you think that was good, then
yeah, it was
free.
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Video. So open.
Is there audio to the video?
There isn't.
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not.
Of course not. So I went through here, and can I speed through? Awesome. So one thing about character creator, it's my what's good. It's a really good program. I would suggest that when using it, don't go into it with the fact that you're gonna have something that's like 100% there. There's definitely a lot of cleanup. In this part of the video, I was showing character creator has a 300,000 limit to the poly count when going through it, and you can't have folders, so everything has to be out of a folder. But so in this scene, I'm just going through. I'm showing that this model had 195,000 tries. I'm gonna quickly go through. I'm quickly rigging everything. As you can see, I was able to put in an object in the scene to be able to be like my sword, because I didn't make the sword. I was able to represent the sword in the scene. Fun fact here, when you're rigging stuff, as you can see, like there's things that are highlighted. All the things that I have highlighted here is going to actually be what's called soft skin, and everything that's not highlighted will be hard skin, meaning it won't deform. So it's really, they made like hard surface and soft surface very easy. If you highlight, it's soft. If you don't highlight, it's hard, which is really cool. Some applications make that process a little difficult with like weight painting, stuff like that, but they made it really simple. So I was going in here, like putting in my markers. What's really cool about this here is that this arm is a little longer and bigger than this arm, and there's a section uh, on the right hand side that says mirror symmetry. You can actually uncheck that and have non-symmetrical skinning, which is awesome. So quickly go through, and it's pretty quick to do when it's doing its skinning. And what you're going to see right now, I'm going to do a quick animation test. Check animation. Cool. You see how the pole is currently walking with him? It's because it's actually it's hard skin, but it's actually selected, so you can actually detach that from there. But I went in, did a quick pose, and I sent it over to ZBrush. And this is going to be a full voiceover recording that I do that show you like different things that you can do to have multiple poses saved. But it was really simple, really easy, like so easy. Like this is all in the same session. I went in, added it back, and did like a completely different pose as well, and sent it in. So super cool, super fast, and yeah.
Awesome. And this was what again? Character creator?
CC character creator by Reillusion.
Nice. All right. Yeah, guys. Looking over here, I want to get to Noah. Noah says, I'm a modeler and I use the Unreal Engine. I'm okay at low poly characters and creatures. I use a foot switch to do everything. I have cerebral palsy, so if I can do ZBrush, then anyone can do ZBrush. Well,
Awesome.
that is
That's
really
awesome.
impressive, Noah. Congratulations on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He should join our Discord and share some of his work so we can get some positive feedback to him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So if you guys didn't already know, we have a really great Discord community. Link is in the description of the stream. Also, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We got a couple of new folks on here, so go ahead and do that. Make sure to drop a like. Guys, our streams will not get to people if you do not like the stream. So please make sure to do that.
Like us.
I'm sorry.
Please like us.
Please like us.
Please like us.
We only exist if you like. Bradley, the music cut out because you were sharing your thing. So if you could bring that back for us. But thank you for going through that. That was some really great stuff. And I'm looking forward to see what the community ends up doing with character creator here moving forward. Let's see. Anthony says, I'm interested in Mike's UI and Happy Trails brush. Also very interested in Bradley's batch directory script. I'm greedy. I know.
Direct message me on
Discord, right?
on Discord, and I'll get it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like my interface, I can share that also.
Yeah, that's what I meant by get it to him. I don't have your interface. I gotta get it from you. Gosh.
I've been talking for the longest time for us to have like a community things we give out to the community section. So I just need to create it in Discord and we just need to populate it. What were you gonna say, Bradley?
I like when they reach out for it personally. That way I know where it goes, because
Yeah, but like there's stuff like wallpapers and things like that I know we've made that can go up there too.
We got wallpapers?
Yeah, we do. We do. Ben says all I want is Mike's Pinterest page.
Oh, go for it, man.
It's on Pinterest.
Pillage that Pinterest page. For real. Oh, wait, you want the link to it? Oh, it's just Mike T Artworks at Mike T Artworks. Yeah. If you go to my link tree, I think I have a link to it on there. Actually, I know I do.
All right.
We ain't opening up
let's-
that. We ain't opening that page.
No, not live.
Not-
We're not opening that up live.
And trust
Different
me, Mike's-
sections.
Mi-
but
Yeah,
Mike's
difference.
Pinterest is gold. It is gold.
I don't even know what that means, but thank you.
It's great. Your
Yeah,
Pinterest
it's
is
good.
great.
Good
Your
stuff. What do
collection
you
is
mean?
great.
What do you mean you don't know what that
It's a
means?
freaking compliment.
I thought that he was talking about not safe for work stuff. I didn't know what he was meaning
No.
when he said gold.
I mean, it's not, but
I know.
Hey, man, at my job, you see everything. Like reference is everywhere.
Mm.
It is everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
For football players, like like what type of hold on, what type of
so you
reference?
before you there are the team works on more than just football.
Yeah, I got okay.
And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
And anatomy is anatomy, and
Yeah.
where you get your reference is where you get your reference.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone.
We're gonna leave it right where I found it. All right. So Jane says character creator is very interesting to pose characters. Yeah, it really is. Really, and it's easy to use, guys. Like it's nice. Somebody knocked that out. Orlando says character creator is looking interesting. Anthony says that CC integration is sick, Bradley.
I made
Jamie
it myself.
B. yeah, there you go. Jamie B says make a pure ref file with anatomy refs.
Oh, I
Is that
have
a re-
that.
Is that a request?
I've got a couple of those. Bradley knows.
That might be too.
No, I ain't sharing it.
Share. Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't sharing that. That thing is
Yeah.
huge.
Pure
I
ref
tried.
files are
Little
disgusting.
known fact. I tried to download that at the latest one I made when I was over at another spot, and it was it locked my computer. It was so big.
Pure
Oh, word.
Yeah.
A monster.
Okay. So yeah, that's big. That's big, guys. Let's
I can
see.
vouch that a lot of Mike's Pinterest stuff is Pure Ref is on Pinterest. Like a lot of it's on like
It's true.
more
Yeah,
than
it's
half.
true.
More than half of it there.
Hey guys, did you know we got Joe Joba on stream? Hey Joe Joba, how you doing?
So,
Gus says, hey guys, speaking of software, did you see the USD thing? Okay.
Yes.
You can send subdivision levels from ZBrush to Painter, for example, but it's more than that. Basically a universal 3D format across platforms.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard people talking about it all week, but I don't really get it. So Bradley, yeah, I didn't mean to step on you. Go ahead and talk about it.
It's so USD is a universal file format, kind of like how what FBX is, but it contains a lot more information outside of just the model and materials. And what the goal is that more 3D applications or production applications will start to use that format to share amongst other programs. And what's cool is that the file format is actually lighter. The file footprint is lighter than current FBX data. And you should be, and when you're working with teams, you're able to seamlessly work on the same project at the same time
Interesting.
without like impacting the other user that has the file. So, or you can push updates for it. But yeah, it's I still haven't found a use for it for my personal work, but I definitely see the strengths when you're working on a project with multiple teams.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Ben says, oh damn, hot damn. I'll be checking out the stream, then Noah. Wait, what? I'll be checking out the stream, then in Discord. All right. Other people's pure refs are useless. You need to make your own, studying every picture you collect inside. Every pic must have a purpose. Sorry.
I'm
It's
gonna agree to
harsh.
disagree.
Yeah. Other people's pure refs are useless. That's
Useless.
not necessarily
Straight hot
trash.
garbage.
Would you say trash?
Yeah.
Mm.
A dumpster fire is really what he meant.
Well, don't check out my Pinterest page then.
Yeah,
It's all good.
he did
Like,
not
you don't
like
want
it.
it.
Man.
You could have just said you didn't want it.
Yeah, you could have said that out loud.
You could've
There's
just
a
said
nice
you
way
didn't
to
want
there's a nice way to decline, you know.
it. Like,
Yeah. Noah Gomes. Is it Gomes? So Noah just subscribed. Welcome to the league,
Nice.
Noah.
Thanks, Noah.
And I actually had his chat up, his thing up. He says, "Okay, I'll join your Discord and share my art station. I stream during the week." That's what I missed. Okay, all right. Now the next. Had I not missed that message? the comment from Jojoba. Is it Jojoba? No. Ben would have made more sense. But thank you for that. Mike, what do you got going on?
I'm just kind of going around and taking a look at some of these muscles and starting to figure out where they are. I was using my anti-venom just as a starting place to check them out. I like to do these turnarounds just to make sure everything works. So right now, obviously it needs work, but I usually block it out and then push and pull until the forms are right. I like to keep my my thumbnail open too, just to get a nice silhouette and see the things that need to be moved around. So that's all this is. It's a whole lot of moving until it's right. Usually it's not right for a while, but when I lock it in, I'm good.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
What about you, Bradley?
I'm doing the same thing that Mike is doing. Just going in and just really plugging in the anatomy. Definitely like spinning my guy around, making sure I'm getting everything in that makes sense. And yeah, it's going. One thing that cause what I like to do personally, because sometimes I'm trying to make sure that things don't look like a flat blob everywhere. I like to use my H polish and just really make the bony landmarks and everything to really say, okay, that's one thing it took me a while to really get better at, is that to not make sure everything looks round and to make sure there's actually bone indication. So I like to sometimes when I'm sculpting, I'll lose that, and I just go back in and quickly put it back in.
Well, I have a question, because you guys know I am the layman here. What makes heroic anatomy different from just anatomy? Like when you're really thinking, when you think heroic and heroic poses, and heroic anatomy, what differentiates the two?
Your muscles are always showing when you're picking your nose. No.
Okay. Like it.
Yeah, it's definitely the pose. It's definitely the fact that the person has to look like they have heroic proportions. So clearly, if I were to take off my shirt and pose, not quite the same effect as this dude right here. So yeah, when I think heroic anatomy, I think of comic style. Even the height is, slightly larger and clearly more defined muscle mass, things like that.
All right. Great. Thank you.
No, thank you, Raul, for the question.
Yeah, absolutely. Any day. Jojoba says, it's trash. Other people's references. I don't know nicer ways. English is not my native.
I don't know where we went wrong with Jojoba. I thought we were friends.
You either
pretty sure
die a hero.
Yeah, thought he liked us.
Yeah, you either die a hero, live long enough, right?
To be the bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
A double down. I like that. I can respect that.
You can respect the double down. Yeah.
I can respect the double down.
You're making me want that chicken sandwich that has chicken for bread now.
Wait, the what?
The double down. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Remember? Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. Remember that thing
what was on the inside then?
Chicken.
Wait, so it's just 3 layers of chicken?
Chicken with chicken as bread. Yeah, I think there's chicken on the inside.
It's like KFC is the one that does that weird stuff, like a donut sandwich.
Remember when Puffy was in that weird? So Puffy was in a weird phase where he gained a lot of weight, and he just stayed in his like super expensive apartment and made videos. And so he made a video where he was like, "I got the double down challenge, y'all," and I was like, "Wow."
I love that we have such an international audience that at least half of the people right now watching this, they're going, "They did what? That is so American."
They're like, what's going on?
Yeah,
what's
that is hyper American, bro. And let me guess, the chicken is breaded and fried on the outside?
Why not?
Of course, bro. What did you think it was? You thought it was baked chicken? Gross.
Of course.
Nobody's looking for that.
Absolutely.
That makes complete sense that's
Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Andrew C says, does KFC still make the double down? It had cheese and sauce between the pieces of chicken.
Okay. So it was 2 pieces of chicken. I know the chicken was bread. I know that part.
Oh man, I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so let me also see calories. Let me look up the calories to this.
Don't do that. You don't have to do that. It's okay. You don't have to do that part.
You don't have to make people feel bad about
that.
Don't do that.
You know what? Not as bad as I thought. Truthfully, like legitimately, they say according to the Los Angeles Times, we had to go to like a legit news source for this. The double down contains 540 calories. That seems
that's less than a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah, that seems significantly less than I expect.
So is it just basically just a couple pieces of chicken that you're eating as a sandwich? You're just smashing 2 pieces of chicken together?
I think that's it. But I think the rest of the stats is where it gets you. 32 grams of fat. 150 milligrams of cholesterol.
Oh, it's pronounced flavor?
Yeah.
That's called
flavor. Flavor is how the French say it.
Yeah.
And 1,380 milligrams of sodium.
And
there you go.
There it is.
There it is.
We found it. We had to find it. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. What? Hold on. What is the daily value of
0.0? Oh, I thought you were going to say of nutrition in that sandwich.
Okay, so that sandwich alone would account for half of your. Wait, that seems low. All of that seems really low to me. Yeah, so it looks like, according to the Food and Drug Administration, so let's see if we can trust them. The known daily value. No, thank you, government puppets. The daily value for
what chicken sandwiches to eat.
Yeah, exactly. The daily value for sodium is less than 2,300 milligrams. So the sandwich would account for half of your daily value, which I don't know, that still seems low to me for a chicken sandwich that's made out of 2 pieces of fried chicken. Maybe it's because there's no bread. Is that just like the keto effect?
you don't have the carbs. But so let's think about this for a second. If you go to KFC and get a 3-piece, is that more calories? Because that's 3 pieces of chicken.
all of life's questions.
Yeah, all
right?
these
big
that's 3 pieces of chicken.
You gotta figure this out.
Yeah, I think we got to figure this out. It's important. You know, here at the Stylus League, we're committed to fitness and health.
So that you
Said
look
nobody-
heroic
said-
when you do
said
heroic
nobody ever.
poses.
Exactly.
You guys are making my stomach hurt.
By the way, this is what the stream devolves into when we don't have guests. What KFC,
Exactly.
the KFC double down.
I would ask all of our viewers to watch that Puffy video because it's entertaining content. His room is so dark, and somebody just brings him, one of his minions brings him a giant bag of double downs. Yeah, exactly. And he makes like a video for it. It's hilarious.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Ben says waiting for the sodium levels.
Mm-hmm.
Ben says there's a heart attack stat. Yeah, so Jonathan's right, and welcome, Jonathan, by the way, to the stream. He says that's still less sodium than a pack of dried ramen. He's right. He's right. Legitimately right, because I want to say a pack of ramen exceeds your daily value. Jamie B says we're gonna make a sandwich. It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. Chicken on the outside, sauce on the inside. Winner.
Orlando says committed to fitness, health, and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
and delicious food.
Now, Mike, you're ready to get triggered, right? Are you ready? You're sitting down.
I'm sitting down.
Mini Chick says, "Who's Puffy?"
I don't care. I don't care. Puffy is the guy
one
who
more time
initially
to really solidify how much you don't care.
No, because then he'll show up behind me if I say it again.
Yeah.
The person you just said is like Candyman. The person you just said is he is a world famous person that stands next to rappers and says yeah. And he wears white suits better than probably anybody I've ever seen. He also
more
is
of a reason why you shouldn't be eating double downs.
Yeah. He also, little known fact, was going to buy one of my paintings, and when I didn't charge enough, he decided not to buy one of my paintings. So there's that as well.
Wait, when you didn't charge, I need to double click. You didn't charge
Wait,
enough?
I told you this story. I didn't tell you this story.
No, you didn't tell me this story.
Puffy taught me one of my greatest life lessons of all time. And this is true story. I'm not making this up. So I initially, before I got into ZBrush and sculpting, I was a full-time illustrator. And one of the things that I illustrated for a magazine called Vibe Magazine was a portrait of Kim Porter, who's no longer with us, but that was his girlfriend at the time who was pregnant with his baby. And she was wearing a white dress. It's on my ArtStation and not on my ArtStation, it's on my website. But she was wearing a dress, beautiful, big, pregnant stomach. He's standing behind her. She's wearing black. He's wearing a white suit, and he's hugging her from behind, right? So like this picture blew up. People liked it. And I got a call from a publicist, a friend of his, who said, "Hey, Puffy wants to buy that portrait and wants to know, how much would you charge him for it?" So at the time it was digital. I would have to repaint it, which wasn't a problem. But he was like, "Yeah, how much would you charge for it?" So I was like, Puffy, he's a rapper. He hung out with Biggie and Mace. He's got money. So I was like, "Tell him $6,000. And so the woman goes and talks to Puffy. Puffy talks to her. She comes back and she goes, "Yeah, he's going to pass." And I was like, "Why?" I said, "Is that more than he wanted to spend?" And she's like, "No, that's way less than he wanted to spend. He thought that you were going to charge him like $60,000." And she told me, he said, "Tell him if he only charges that for his paintings, that means anybody can own them, and I don't want it." So that happened, and that was probably one of the best life lessons I ever had, and it taught me a lot about charging for your work. So, wanted to grow on.
Yeah, make sure to charge for your work, ladies and gentlemen.
Charge what you are worth.
Charge.
Also, read the room. Read the room. This was Puff Daddy, and I charged him $6,000. What the hell was I thinking about?
Yeah,
that was crazy. He spends that on double downs.
He spends that on double downs. And thank you for everybody who's joining us on the KFC Double Down podcast. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Yeah, but that's awesome, and that does give a good life lesson to all the artists here, right? Make sure to charge your worth. Always easier to charge more and come down than less and come up.
It's true.
Yep. Let's see here. Jonathan says, doing a tax trick. I'm not exactly sure what that's a reference to. So
I'll bite. What's that?
Yeah, wait.
What's
Yeah,
that?
go ahead.
I like tricks. How's that work?
Yeah,
I'll bite.
let us know what you meant down below, Jonathan. Mini Chick says that was harsh. Yeah, but you know, most of the best life lessons you get taught are.
Oh no, that was still a jerk
true.
thing to do. Let's not get it twisted. That was definitely a jerk.
No, it wasn't. That's not a dick thing.
Yeah, that actually, that was it was a hard truth I needed to hear at the time, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tony
And
says
changed my whole price structure forever. So I'm not mad at it.
Forever. So Tony says $5, Mike. That's my final offer.
Okay.
Yep.
You got it. That's a Tony price.
Yeah, that's the Tony price. Orlando says, wow, that's a hard life lesson. Yeah, sure is. And Ben says, but then we get into the conversation of how do we value our art versus others. Actually, I would like to hear from both of you guys. How do you go about valuing your art and the art that you do over the art of others? Like do you even compare it to other people, or do you just have like what you know your price is? Like, how do you go about that? I'll start with Mike and then I'll move over to Bradley.
I imagine it's very different for Bradley and I, simply because Bradley works for companies that, and I'm speaking for Bradley, but like for companies that he's bringing something to the table. There's got to be a quantifiable amount that they can relate to his experience and the quality of work that he has, right? For what I do, it's more of a, I would say it's not as easy to put it in a box, which you can charge for, right? The market will bear what it will. So if I were to say, hey, listen, if you like that I Clone Tyrone poster and somebody says, I want you to do a piece like that for me as a commission, I can say, all right, it's going to be 10 grand, 20 grand, whatever, right? 5 grand, whatever it is. It could be any number, but that number is based on how much time I'm going to spend on it, how much the work is valued in to me, and also, just what I think that the person that is buying it, how they'll value it. So that varies. So if somebody were to come up to me and they're like, listen, I really like your work, and they don't have a giant budget, they're not getting the Nike price. That's just how it works. And Nike can appreciate that. I had a job where I got a call from Nike and they needed something in like 2 days, and it was a giant project. And I just told them, I was like, look, this is going to cost you guys. And they were like, hey, they pulled that Jurassic Park money is not an issue thing, it's all good. So I stayed up for 2 days and did the job. But, if it was a private commission, then I wouldn't do that. And I also wouldn't charge that kind of money because it's not that kind of a deadline. So it varies. It's very personal and it changes, it's very fluid for me anyway, Bradley.
If I'm getting started, right, and I'm getting started as a character artist or doing something, statues or what have you, right? Do I factor into my pricing exposure?
Yeah, that's another thing that's really important too. Like me from 20 years ago could never charge what I charge now because I hadn't worked with Marvel. I hadn't worked with, Dimension Films or HBO or whoever. Like without having those people as clients and having that body of work in my portfolio, there's zero way that anybody would say, I could just throw out a number and they'd be like, all right, well, you go kick rocks, because you don't have anything to show for it. So when you start, you're usually working for exposure, and that's important as money. Can you eat with exposure? No, exposure is not feeding your family. So ideally you want to limit how much time you spend in that camp. But, I tell this to my students and people that, my mentees and stuff, like it's very important to get a solid, consistent body of work that will allow you to command a certain price later on in life. And be patient too. Like I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but it rarely happens where, a year or two out of college, you're commanding Shepherd Ferry prices or Kehinde Wiley prices. Like it doesn't work that way normally.
Yeah. And last question before I go over to Bradley, when you're pricing things out, are you afraid of the no? Like, so are you afraid of somebody coming back and going, you crazy? Or do you find that to be better?
I used to be. So it doesn't happen that way now. It's funny because I liken the whole process to when I was young and trying to date. And I would be so terrified of rejection that I just wouldn't approach, the girl in 11th grade and be like, do you want to go to the prom with me or whatever, right? Like I would be so scared of getting shut down, I wouldn't do it. So the same thing used to go with my artwork because art is a very personal thing. You're very attached to it. You spend, tens of hours on it, sometimes hundreds of hours. And for someone not only to accept your price, but to kind of reject your creativity is a hard blow when you're starting off. As I've gotten older, I realized, listen, you got to stop looking at it that way. They're not your kids. You need to learn that this is a business and that you value them at this price. And if they don't want to pay it, then that's fine. You can either move on or you can maybe leave yourself some wiggle room so that you can adjust the price. I rarely throw out a solid number. I usually give a range anyway, and I find that protects myself. That protects me from anybody saying no. I haven't heard no in a long time, and that's not just because I'm that good. It's just because I kind of know how to do it now, and I didn't before.
Great. And Orlando has a question on that. It says, Mike, by consistent work, do you mean like post a work at month in social? So basically, are you saying, hey, post work on social platforms or more?
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's more than just being consistent in the frequency of your posts. It's being consistent in the quality of your posts, right? So like if I'm CG Spectrum, where I teach now, if I, we have a class specifically on transitioning out of school and getting into the work field, and we talk about making an art station, a proper art station, and a portfolio and things of that nature. And it's one of those things where it's very important to self-edit your work, right? Because like at first when I was going out there, I was like, I got a book. See, this is back in the day, kids. we used to have to carry portfolios around. We didn't have the fancy art stations and things like that.
Was this
So
when you
we
were
would
walking 3 miles in the snow barefoot up a hill to get
uphill both ways?
Yeah. Okay.
100%. Yeah. Like the dude on the chicken commercial. So all things relate back to chicken. Yeah. So the I would put as much as I could in the book, and that's not how you do it, right? Like, you want to have your book organized, but you also want to show your best work, and you can't just put in one blazing piece and then, have either pieces that are not as good or nothing else. Like, you have to show that you can recreate that lightning in a bottle more than one time. So, I was doing a lot of work for Hasbro and like DC at the time for their toy line. So I could show all of those characters. If you go to my website or my ArtStation, I could show all of those characters and show that between them there was a consistency in the lighting techniques, the artwork in general, line, whatever was in there, the pose, dynamic pose or whatever. And so when somebody wants to hire me, they can look at it and say, okay, I know this guy can reproduce this. So now when Netflix comes to me and says, hey, can you do a job? They don't over art direct. They don't art direct at all. They're like, okay, here is what we have in mind, and now have at it, which is the best compliment ever. When you don't have somebody on your shoulder, like over art directing you, then you know that you're kind of where you want to be,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's it.
Hey, Mike, thank you for all of that. And
no problem.
guys, if anybody
Thanks
has
for the
any
questions,
please bring that up. Bradley, what about you? How do you go about valuing your art?
So, like Mike said, for me it's a little different, and then my perspective on it is a little different given my my background. So I know that you have to understand what the market will bear, and also know what your personal financial situation is, because there will always be companies are always looking for the best talent at the best rate, and best rate is by their budget, and we're always competing with companies that want to outsource things. That's why it's really important for you to pay attention on like how the politics are in your area, and also the state that you're applying for, because if you're supporting legislation that encourages pushing more work out and not encouraging companies to keep work in, that will dramatically impact what you could ask for especially starting out and experience. So that's where the experience comes in, where like those who have experience will get the dollars first. And since companies are not incentivized to really give people that start, you have to take jobs that will give you some cachet, right? So that's where the basically for like experience, right? Like you need to get the logos on your resume so that you can be in the realm of experience. And that was my journey. I took jobs that I didn't really want to do to be able to say, hey, I have this logo, so that I can then start saying, hey, I want this price. There's that. And I would also suggest, like, if we all are in the art community, you can see like people you follow, you can see where the gap is between, go to companies and see what other people are producing. Go to like, and I'm not talking about like the directors, but like go to like, if you go to Bethesda and go to LinkedIn and see those people who are linked to that company, then go to their art station and reverse engineer that and see where the gap is. I wouldn't be looking at like the art directors and all that other stuff, but other employees, and look and see your work versus their work. And it doesn't take much. Like, you don't need thousands, or like it's like, I'm dead honest. It really does take one good piece that shows that, you don't need a lot of them, but you need one good piece. And you also need to have pieces that don't hurt that one good piece in your resume.
Oh, wait, what do you mean pieces that hurt the one good piece?
So
yeah, what do you mean by
like in your, when you have your portfolio, and if you, let's say you want to go and be a character artist, right? For me, posing is not my strongest suit. And when they're looking to hire a character artist, they're not looking to hire someone that can make statues. They're looking for someone that understands material. They understand making a concept into a thing, right? So I can do a great character, and a pose will mess up my chances, even though my character is great, right?
Okay.
And when they're looking,
because it cheapens your work.
It cheapens the work, right? So because then it becomes about the pose. When that's why when you go to ArtStation and stuff like that, and you see character artists are typically not making like sideshow level poses or statues like that. I think once they're established, they are doing that along the line. But when you're looking to be a character artist, and it's the same in both VFX and game pipeline, they're not looking for dynamic. They're not looking for like the most dynamic. They're looking, can you create a thing? Can that thing go to another pipeline to then be rigged by another team? Because when you're not doing both, right? Unless you're working in the reproduction or toy industry, you're not doing both. You're not doing the character and the posing. You need to know good deformation. You need to know what materials look like. You need to know and recreate. Your job is recreating. I was talking to Gio yesterday when we were doing our interview. When you're going into the ILMs and the character pipelines and stuff like that, your job is to make a producer happy, and they need to it's no longer about I'm trying to make the greatest thing. Like, you're trying to make the greatest thing for them. You're trying to recreate. Your job is to recreate. And so I would suggest when you're looking to evaluate your work, look at other people who are in the companies that you're looking at, and don't look at it they're so great. Like, how close am I? Don't focus on how far apart you are, but focus on how close you are. Because you 9 times out of 10, if you have a good understanding of the pipeline, you have a good understanding of how to recreate something, you have a good understanding of topology, you're a lot closer than you think. And everything else is about repetition and creating stuff.
Yeah,
that's how it was for me. I didn't know how. I always looked at stuff with how far apart I might have been, but I was a lot closer than I thought, and I just needed to keep at it and really focus in on what I wanted to do. When I realized that I want to be a character artist, and regardless of if it's a hard surface, if it's a football game, or if it's a shooter, I want to recreate characters, and I want to know that pipeline, and that's when it really started to click in for me. For a while I was intimidated by those who work in, because I think the statue industry, I think that's the crown, when you're making really dynamic, that's the crown jewel of artistry. But those are the hardest jobs to get, and they're not the most abundant jobs to get, because once it takes a while, man. It takes a really long time to get in those doors, and if you have to feed your family, that's a very tough road to go to. That standard is really tough, and there's been people that have done it out of the gate, and I would say those kudos to them.
So then, bringing this back full circle, so thinking about everything you just mentioned, what should be my pricing strategy for my work?
So if you're a freelancer, when you're freelancing, I would look up. What's great about that is that you can see what those jobs pay, right? There's an hourly wage to those jobs, and reverse engineer. If it's going to take you for example, the entry level for, and it's different in every state, for a character artist would be $50,000 a year, right? If you're doing a project, if you're going to be on a project for a couple weeks, I would okay, so maybe that job is $30 an hour or $40 an hour, and create a rate that way, right? So if you're freelancing.
Okay. All right.
There's an amazing book that you can buy from Amazon that is called and it applies to pretty much all the industry. I don't know if it applies to the gaming industry, but I know it does animation. I would be surprised if it didn't. But there's a book called the Graphic Artist Guild's Handbook for Pricing and Ethical Guidelines. It's a long title. but Graphic Artists Guild, GAG, book for pricing and ethical guidelines. And you pick that up, and that's how I learned how to price. I got a call one time to do a billboard in Africa, like South Africa or something like that. Don't judge me. I needed the money. But I was like, all right, let me see how much it was. I don't know how to charge for a billboard, and it's in another country. Like, how do you charge for that? I went and found billboards, and then it had it by, region and this, that, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Ultimately, I don't think I did that one, but I did have another billboard that popped up later on for Deadpool 2. And I took that one, so I knew how to charge. So you would be surprised at what is in that book. And there's much more than you would expect to be in that. So I don't know, Bradley, have you heard of that book?
So I haven't heard of that book, but there's been other training and education I've gotten over the years on pricing, price structure, what you're worth, value proposition, and all that other stuff that it's similar to what you're saying that book is. But like, and things like you're always competing, and also you have to also have a level of like self-respect, I would say too, because there's been jobs that was positioned to me that would like if I take this job, I'm telling this company it's okay to pay that type of rate, right? And I was like, nah, because you have to understand, there are sometimes the people who are recruiting for these jobs are setting these really lowball rates. It's really the ownership that's really like setting the tone. It's not really the artist. Like the artist, like, oh man, like if they are lucky to get someone like at really cheap, like horrible rates, I sometimes like someone took this job like this to make it okay to charge rates like really bad low rates. Like I'm talking about, like if you're in the US and you have to pay taxes, be very careful on like what type of job you're taking and make it, because there's been some jobs that I saw I couldn't believe that they're charging some of the rates that they're charging. I'm talking pennies, like wouldn't even cover like buying a cup of coffee. like for when I mean cup of, like for like lunch, like I can't even like drive there. The cost of gas just to do your job would be
rough. Yeah. And
rights are important too, though. You know what I mean? Like if it's rights are important too, like realize what you're for what I do, you can sell, different, varying amounts of rights. So if you have the exclusive rights to something, that means you're giving away your artwork. You never get to charge for it again. They own it in perpetuity, right? So for me, when I'm doing a poster for a movie, I'll say, okay, this usage is for this movie poster, right? But like if you want to put this on books or lunchbox, there's this Michael Cera movie called Youth in Revolt, and I did the movie poster, and they used it when it was over. The movie came out. When it was over, I found out that it was also on the books that they had, like in Barnes and Noble or whatever. So I called up the agency. I'm like, yo, you use this for a book cover? And they're like, oh yeah, they used it. I was like, all right, well, let me get some ends. So I got paid again because I had sold them usage for posters, not for book covers and lunch boxes and, socks and underwear and all that. So it's very important. If more often than not, people are going to want to do that with you, you have to figure out that'll change your rate. So a movie poster that might have only cost a couple $1,000s, if they want to buy out exclusive rights, now it's maybe $20,000 because you can use it for everything and anything, Let's say I got a mugshot yesterday and I wanted to put it on cups, underwear, socks.
I actually that sounds like a pretty lucrative business idea. On an aside, just so I think the highest valued work that you do put out is underwear. So thank you for that, Mike.
Yeah, you guys thought I wasn't going to say anything. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
no.
I know.
You know what this was.
I know it has to come out that way. Hey, guys, if you've gotten any value out of what's just been discussed here, go ahead and drop a like on the stream. It really does help
You are dumb.
the distribution of everything. If you want some Mike T underwear, just let us know in our Discord.
Mhm.
All right. Ben says, how close are you? Okay, look at power levels. Got it. Hannibal says it's always darkest before dawn. Jonathan says, did you mostly do characters based on someone else's concept art since you want to recreate? I think that was towards Bradley.
So doing an IP that someone would and there's a thing for doing it one for one, but like doing like for example, like the Guyver that I did, like there's a lot of Guyver designs out there, but when someone saw it, there's like it's the Guyver, right? Like I am not a concept artist, so I don't trying to think about like what's useful, does this read right, is this make sense, like that's a lot of work, but using like or designing an IP that exists kind of helps out with that part of it, because you don't have to worry about trying to engineer and design at the same time. You just got to worry about designing, and since my work that I do and the work that I look for, it's not concepting, it's not designing, I'm recreating. So I would suggest, like, make that Wolverine or that Hulk or that X-Men character or that Batman or something like that, because people know what that is. They can also, because they know what that is, they can also see what you got wrong, and they can also see, okay, what's missing or what you overlooked when you did something. So it's a gift and a curse, because you can easily, like when you're saying I'm making my own thing, you can easily hide behind, oh, I designed it that way, that's how I thought about it. But when you're actually like recreating someone else's work, you have to make sure that you have the spirit of it. I always say you have to have the spirit of it. It doesn't have to always be one-to-one. There's a lot of concept art that I have seen, that the concept artists, just like everyone has a certain skill level, right? As long as you have the understanding of what the piece is and it reads right, like that's my goal. That's when I'm working on stuff, what my goal is. That's what the expectation is, when I'm doing stuff, that it reads like the thing.
Yeah. And there are a couple questions here, and I'm gonna throw this out to both of you guys. Right. So Jojo says, damn, I want clients from the US. And simultaneously, I saw here something from DK that says, any advice for people who don't live in America, people like me in the Caribbean, where this 3D thing doesn't exist?
I know with illustration, I had an agent in the UK for a couple years that got me work outside of the US. But it's I don't know. Can people from other countries, Bradley, work at like a Bethesda or something like that, or do they? Because now you have remote work. Is it possible?
Well, every company, like the thing, like companies, they have taxes. They have like if someone has to, if they have to sponsor a visa, they
that's
have
true.
to have an ability to payroll in the country that you live in. So it's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. Like if you like, EA is an international company, so there's an opportunity there, like to be able to like have that. But yeah, it's a lot deeper than just like, do they operate in that country? Like, how do they have the ability to run a payroll in that country?
What about subcontracted work?
So there's a lot of what's called outsourced studios. That's the middleman between the actual studio themselves. And there's a lot of those. Sometimes they're credited in game releases, sometimes they're not. But you can always like identify, like you just go to like game development outsource studios. I think there's quite a few lists that actually show what the outsource studios are.
Okay.
I know there's one in California, not California, Washington State, called Laksha. they are outsourced studios. There's an outsourced studio in Florida called Galaxy Games. I believe they also did a lot of like the Last of Us remake and stuff like that. So there are outsourced studios that do hire a lot of international people. That they're the middleman. That they will be the ones responsible for payroll and stuff like that. So the studios don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Is that
All
the
right.
Galaxy games from the King of Kong? Because I like that movie.
No,
Nothing.
Galaxy Studios is a studios in that outsource.
Shout out to the King of Kong if you haven't seen it. You should watch it. It's a great movie. It's about the guy who got the high score in Donkey Kong, and how there was another guy who said that he got the high score in Donkey Kong. It's
Wow.
a very storied tale of yeah. Hey man, it was a great movie. You should watch it.
Who went out?
Yeah. What a compelling piece of media.
See you guys. They don't appreciate it because it's not the one of the newest games out. They don't even appreciate it. Donkey Kong, one of the greatest games ever made.
You're talking to the Nintendo fanboy right now.
Yeah. All right. Then why are you hating me so much?
Ben says, Graphic Artist Guild Handbook, 16th edition, pricing and ethical guidelines for those who are curious of the title.
Good man. It's a great book. They don't come out with a book every year either, but like they usually are relevant for a few years until they come out with a new one.
Yeah. Tony says, I check back in and we're talking about selling underwear now. Whatever gets the bag, Tony. Whatever gets the bag.
That's funny.
Ben says, this is why we need guests, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get to stuff. Hannibal says, my last comment was in response to Bradley. Anyone striving towards a goal should read the poem Don't Quit and listen to a lot of Steve Harvey.
Want that.
Yep. Noah Gomes says, harder for me to get a job because of the way I work. They assume the models will take longer, but I work overnights. Someone without a disability might take 2 hours, takes me 4 to 6. Yeah, but just keep at it, man.
Yeah.
You know that, and I know that it has to be more difficult for you. But definitely perseverance will get you.
One advice I would tell you, look for companies that support those individual with disabilities, like Microsoft. A lot of Microsoft studios have a lot around supporting. I know EA does as well. Like I would look and see what companies' initiatives are, and once you find out what their initiatives are, you'll see what your opportunities are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, then those companies do indeed exist.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's a lot that exists.
Yeah, they do exist. Jonathan says, thanks for the advice. Been doing way too much of my own thing when doing anything, and it does take me so much time. And Ben says, also, Bradley, not sure if you would be interested, but there's a push now to release English versions of the last few Guyver books.
Oh, good luck with that.
Hannibal says, when I finally got a breakthrough job, I was arguably close for a long time, but that last hump was a doozy and almost took me out. But I'm here, baby.
Probably exactly how he said it.
It's how he spelled it, so I was gonna keep it moving that way.
How he said it too.
Yeah, that's how he spelled it. Andrew says, I know it's late in the show, but I would love to hear advice for creating an online presence. Like Mike, I had a physical portfolio for years and never really figured out a good online situation.
ArtStation. Start with ArtStation. Companies don't even worry about websites now. You just need a good ArtStation. And if you pay for the premium service, you can have like full site type of functionality on your ArtStation.
Is LinkedIn a thing for
it's
for
on
artists?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
It's a mixed bag. I think for artists, it's good when to link up and meet artists, or to like, because every artist that I met, when they're at a company, they like list that they're at said company. Jobs are still posted. The recruiters are definitely on LinkedIn. Recruiters are still on LinkedIn, and the actual people who are conducting the interviews are always seem to be going to ArtStation or whatever page you provide to them to look, which a lot of people use ArtStation.
I know when I'm looking for creative directors, art directors for any company, I hop on LinkedIn and it's like immediately I can find them. So that's for me, it's a thing. For me, it's a thing.
No, like they're there, right? Like to actually find, like, remember what I said about reverse engineering? Like the person's name will all, like, artists always seem to put who they work for, but if you want a lot of context about their art, like art directors are different. Like some art directors haven't updated like art in like years.
Yeah, and guys, for anybody who isn't aware, right, like marketing and that type of stuff is something I do every day. So people underestimate the power of a collab. If you can collaborate with someone, ideally someone that has either as much of a following as you do, or more, that will definitely help out a lot when you get your things posted out there. So just something for you guys to kind of consider as well. DK says, well, damn, I guess I need to move out of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, depends on how you want to read it, if my only luck is to outsource studios.
I'd say your only luck. That's an option.
It's an option. It's
an option. Did not say this your only luck.
No, there's definitely more. Ben says, I heard the guy featured in the movie was discredited. I'm assuming that's King of Kong.
Yeah. That's why it's good. He's kind of like he's a guy that you kind of like to dislike, but he's so cocky, it's crazy.
Frederick is on. It says, good day, everyone. Late to the party, but I'm glad I'm here. Great stuff as always, guys.
What's up, man?
And Noah mentioned that he's going to go ahead and post his ArtStation and YouTube on Discord. Absolutely. Have at that.
Excellent.
Yep. All right, guys, we are past the 12 mark. So I'm going to say pencils down, or up, or left or right. And let's kind of see where we all kind of landed. Bradley, we'll start with you. Where did we start today, and where did we end?
Let me do this. Copy this. Quick save though. Let me just do a quick save so I don't mess this up.
Quickie savey.
Because I saved over. So I started. This is how I started today.
Okay.
And this. Where I ended. Still blocking stuff out.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit more of the definition.
Yep.
All right. Great. All right. What about you, Mike? Where did we start and where did we end this week?
I'm trying to open it now. It's not opening. What in the world? Yeah. ZBrush is doing a thing where it saves. Let's see. Yeah, ZBrush is doing a thing where it's saving. Look at this. It's saving it as the 2.5D simple thing. That's a problem. Let me save my guy before I lose everything. Hold on
Yeah.
That's
I've never seen that.
Anybody
before.
who's sculpting along too, save your stuff.
See how I did that quick save before I showed anything?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is not the one. Wait a minute. Maybe the.
Yeah, let's just highlight. Where
No,
then.
this is it. Yeah, this is it. All right. Anyway, yeah. So it kind of started like this. Let's go back to the beginning. I don't know. Go back and watch the video. I don't know.
Go back. Noah says restart. Restart. Control Z.
Yeah, I don't know. Boy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. I've been working on it. You guys know. You've been here. You were here for the thing.
Yeah, that's some more.
You know me.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, so some housekeeping stuff before we go. Again, guys, if you got any value out of today's stream, please go ahead and like the stream. Share with anybody that you think would benefit from this. It really helps out the channel, allows us to do more and more of these types of things and come out with more interesting content for you guys. So please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already done so. I did see a lot of new people on stream today, so go ahead and clicky smash that subscribe button.
Hey, and we have Geo next month.
We do have Geo next month. Yeah,
we have Geo next month. Oh, what's the theme, Mike? The theme.
Okay, so the theme will be X-Men villains. So X-Men villains are the theme, which means that we can have anything from a really scary looking Geo version of like a Morlock or something like that that's more mutiny, to any of the classics. And yeah, that's what it is. Also, we keep throwing around Geo's name. If you are not familiar with the brush by ZBrush Guides, there's a brush called the Geo Soft Forms brush. And let me just show you real quick before we get out of here what it does. So I've been using it a bit tonight, but let's say you have the damn standard and you pull your line. It looks something like this, right? With the Geo brush, it's more of a soft kind of a transition. And the more you do it, the more it kind of pillows and pinches. So you get some really nice clean forms, right? So this brush was inspired by Geo Nakpil. And he is the guy who we interviewed last night. So we're going to have a new interview with him coming out very soon. Bradley has his...
Some might say by Thursday.
Some might say by Thursday. Yeah, Bradley has his work up on his screen right there. But yeah, he's had an amazing career. He's had bucket list type jobs with ILM. And
we got to add... Geo's going to do his blockout in VR for us.
He's going to do his blockout in VR. Yeah, so something VR. Very new. Yep. He does all his work in VR. So you'll see in the interview his process, but on our show, a first for us is he is going to be blocking out in VR in the room with us, and then he'll move into ZBrush at some point to detail.
Wait, so is he gonna be in VR on stream? Like he's just gonna have
we're gonna see. Yeah. He's gonna share his VR screen. We're gonna actually.
He's gonna share his VR feed.
Yeah, but he's gonna have a head. This is gonna be Ready Player One on cam.
Yeah. That's how he works, man. That's how he works.
One caveat: Geo won't be on camera for the first, because we won't see his face. We might see his face for the introduction, but we're going to be looking at his VR feed as he goes through that entire process. And if you guys have not had an opportunity to see Geo's VR stuff, like. It's going to be stuff like this. Like he's going to this is an example of his feed, and he's going to be blocking out and doing stuff in VR, which is going to be really dope.
It's very dope how he does it, man.
Very, very dope. But
so let's put it this way. We interviewed him last night after a very long day, and he has me thinking about getting a VR headset and playing around with this because it's so amazing.
What headset does he use? Do you guys know?
He uses a Quest 2, right?
2 or
yeah.
Okay. Quest 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, man, check out.
Amazing. Yeah, I already pre-ordered his Trapjaw, like I don't know, early in the year. The one.
Yeah, I forgot. Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super.
Which he also started in VR.
He started in VR,
crazily enough. Yeah. Okay. So, look for that interview. It's going to be huge. Having Gio on the show, I feel like that's going to be like James level of excitement when he sculpts. So yeah, join us.
And if you guys don't see the interview out on Thursday, bug the hell out of Raul. Like message him.
No, it'll be out.
That's a no. What are we doing right now?
Mess him on Discord.
Yeah.
It'll be out. It'll be out. It'll be out. It'll be out.
We'll be.
Don't
fine.
worry. It'll be out.
I haven't messed a interview deadline yet, so not starting out. All right, guys.
All right.
With all of that being said, thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week. Take it easy.
Hey, we drank coffee at the same time. Did you see that? That was weird, man.
I didn't drink coffee.
We drank coffee at the same. Oh wait.
Hold on. Mine is empty.
Mine's bigger.
Mine's that.